chocolate chip cookies, the deceptively simple combination of flour, butter, eggs, and sugar, and chocolate. One that can manifest in a myriad of shapes, textures, and flavors. And now you can buy them in your local grocer. So we have 35 different commercially available chocolate chip cookies. I'm going to eat each and every one, rank it from 1 to 10, and you're hopefully gonna watch the whole thing. We'll see if I'm entertaining enough. First up, Ahoy, chips. Maybe the most widely known commercially available cookie on planet Earth, or at least in these United States. I don't know what the deal is across the various ponds. And now they've got that fancy schmancy lift and peel action. I remember these being crisp little buggers. They taste exactly the way I remember them when I was a kid. This was the ultimate like sleepover cookie. Like you'd get just a box of these and a liter of orange soda and just party, just go. This brings me back to those days. It was nice. They do taste, you know, mass produced, of course. The chocolate chips taste pleasantly chocolatey. They don't, I've had, you know, store-bought chocolate chip cookies that just do not taste like chocolate whatsoever. Let me try some of the cookie on its own. There's some journalism. Yeah, some like imitation vanilla flavor. Definitely those oils. I guess I taste butter. It must be in there. It says it is.
Do you want to do a milk dump test?
Do I have to do it with every cookie? I have to have 2 bites of every cookie? What am I, a Superman? Here we go. Dipperoo. It is funny how milk not only, you know, adds the little bit of like cereal like sog factor, which is kind of fun, but also somehow amps up the cookie's flavor. Like I feel like I tasted it more just then because of the milk. I can't let my nostalgia cloud my process. This is a good example of a factory produced cookie that you can buy inexpensively and it lights up all the cookie receptors in your brain. But not much more than that. So it's not a 5. 5 is like just food, but it's not a 7 either. Like 7 is like, this is good. It's like 6, like this is good. Chips Ahoy, Chewy. Oh, God, that feels good. I get to do that so much today. They are soft and chewy, as you can see. Let's see if they taste the same or different. Somehow a more processed, manufactured flavor. Why didn't I predict this? I was gonna say there's no butter in these. This has gotta be shortening because that's how you get cookies nice and soft. Pro tip, if you like soft cookies, add as little as a tablespoon or as much as all of your fat in the form of vegetable shortening. That makes them spread out and become nice and soft. That's how they get them chewy. I'm not gonna knock them for that, but it does affect the flavor. What are they like? Dipped in cow juice. Worse, made worse by the milk dip. The chocolate does taste the same, but the cookie is significantly worse, and I'm not like crazy about the chewy texture, their attempt at chewy texture. So I'm gonna probably dock this guy quite a bit. I'm gonna bring it down to a 5. Not crazy about it, but also nothing terribly wrong with it. Chips Ahoy Chunky. So these presumably are the exact same as the original recipe with the advent of a chunks. It tastes the same as the original, but there's more chocolate, which I like. So I think they get the same score, 6. Chips Ahoy Thins, much thinner versions of said original cookie. I'd say equal tensile strength, which is incredible. Same damn thing, but thinner. Any difference in the recipe? They taste exactly the same to me. Nope, same deal, just thinner. I guess this is kind of like a budget Tate's. That's what it's giving a little bit. So no change in score, 6. Chips Ahoy Hershey's. I'm not a fan of Hershey's chocolate. I'm out about that. Nobody doesn't know that. But I don't know what kind of chocolate's going in the other ones, so maybe this will be an improvement. I don't know. Cookie has a different texture. It's not softer. It's just like crumblier and less aggressively crisp, crunchy. It's more crispy and less crunchy. No butter. They just swapped out the Hershey's chocolate and they were like, you know what? We don't need butter. It's got Hershey's in it. These things will sell themselves. Hershey's hardly tastes like chocolate. It only works in the context of a s'more. Nowhere else! Cookie's worse, chocolate's worse. I am not a fan of these. I'm going to put them down into the 4 territory because they're still good. I'd eat them. Does that make it a 4? I think anything under a 5, I don't want to have another fight, right? Well, I don't. you. 4. So now we're moving into the vegan dairy-free arena. And for this arena, I have a special co-combatant. Today I'm joined by Zach Kornfeld.
What's up? I'm stoked. I love me a little vegan treat. I love some cookies. And I feel like I'm being pandered to today, and that makes me feel nice.
I mean, anybody comes to my house, I'm gonna pander to you.
Yeah.
So.
You invited me over, and then I said, that's fine, but can you also do a special grocery trip for me?
Yeah, we all have riders, you know, I get it. You're a big star, like we gotta accommodate.
A big star with a delicate little belly. Okay, I'm gonna say this for real though. I think that vegan cookies are an underexplored market by the people out there. You think, okay, I can eat milk, I don't need vegan. Nah, they load that with sugar.
I didn't know that that's how you compensate for, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to try
Oil
that
and
next
lots
time.
of sugar.
I mean, it sounds pretty good actually. Yeah. All right, maybe this is gonna be the best cookies of the day. Let's find out. We got Heavenly Hunks. These are cookies that made Kendall feel ill when she ate them. So.
I ate too many, not just one.
Okay, sure. I've never heard of it. Heavenly Hunks.
Also, are these cookies?
It's giving
cubes.
granola.
Yeah, or like energy balls, but cubes.
I don't know why the square, it does feel like it breaks the law of cookie.
Yeah, I don't think these are cookies. Let's try them anyway. Let's see what happens. Ugh. Why do you eat so many of these? You know what these taste almost exactly like is Chewy bars.
Yeah.
It tastes just like Chewy
They're
bars.
Chewy bar.
I wouldn't call these heavenly. I think that we should, you know, there should be truth in packaging.
Well, let's read their story. What if I told you this was baked with love and real ingredients?
I mean, is not love a real ingredient? It's not, well,
The thing is too, is like, if you're gonna take the butter out, don't also be gluten-free. You're making it too hard on yourself.
Yeah, no, like how many, you know, it's putting a hat on a hat, if you ask me.
I think, you know, choose your battles. We're eating cookies at the end of the day. I don't think that it's, like if the goal is to be a purely healthy thing, now we're no longer in cookie land.
And I like being in cookie land.
And yeah, I just bought a house here, it's lovely. If I were camping, I'd be stoked.
Oh my God. I mean, I'd be stoked if we were camping, period. So just.
You wanna go camping?
Let's go camping.
I don't have
dude.
any equipment. I'm worthless.
Let's make a show about how we go and try to camp. Why do we have to make content out of everything we do? Why can't we just enjoy ourselves?
If we don't film it, it didn't happen.
All right, well, that's true. Let's rate this.
What is our criteria here?
Just 1 to 10. I just gave, for reference, I gave Chips Ahoy a 6 because they're just slightly better than just plain food.
I think that's generous to Chips Ahoy. Okay, if I had Chips Ahoy on the table, yeah, I'd rather eat Chips Ahoy. So this is probably a 5 or a 4.
I'm gonna give it 4 because I don't want another bite. That's usually my metric is once it goes below 5, I don't want another bite.
Yeah.
So I think 4 is a solid, accurate, noble score. Partake.
I'm regretting telling you my dietary restrictions because we're now into the broken body cookies. This is made for freaks like me. So this is top 9 allergen free. And again, if you're trying to please everyone, you're gonna probably please no one.
Notice that it's shellfish free. These cookies mustard free.
I never knew.
Do you think these are gonna be stacked or just loose? Also, doesn't matter. Not a thing we talk about ever. Just curious.
I wonder, when I was looking at the box, it's a photo of her and her daughter, and I was wondering if it was like, my daughter has these 9 specific allergens, so I made a cookie just for her. But I think
Is it just a picture of a
I
lady?
think it's just a picture. This is giving Chips Ahoy. Oh no, see, I don't like crispy cookies.
These look awfully crispy. Oh, yeah, they're crumbly, if anything, I'd call them. Cheers. They're not terrible, and they're not as crispy as I thought they were gonna be. There is a little chew to them.
Texturally, I feel like I'm a bird eating seed outside my grandmama's windowsill. But flavor-wise, there's a surprising depth of sweetness and flavor that I actually find these are delicious. I'm getting nice vanilla flavor screaming through. This is good.
Yeah, I don't mind these at all.
And this is my least favorite texture type of a cookie normally, but that's.
Tell me how you're feeling in the form of a number.
Look at my gams are out. I'm impressed with this. I don't know that there's a reason to own them.
Wait.
like I don't know that I would, because I don't have cookies in my house.
Yeah.
I deprive myself of joy.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, how could you possibly, I can't keep cookies in the house, otherwise I'd be happy all the time.
Then I'd eat them, and then I'd enjoy life.
And then how are we supposed to be artists?
Uh-huh.
We're brooding.
You can't have mustard-free cookies and make great art. You gotta drown yourself in mustard, be cookie-free.
Yes, I have a mustard allergy. Do these cookies have mustard in them?
We know there's nothing sweeter than radical inclusivity, which is why we're building a company also mustard. It's a weird. I think this is better than Chips Ahoy. If that is our barometer,
Damn.
because I think Chips Ahoy sucks.
Wow.
So.
When's the last time you had a Chips Ahoy?
Recently.
Okay.
Give me, hey, I'll give you, grab one.
Just flavor-wise, I feel like I do feel like these have a better texture, but I think the Chips Ahoy has a better flavor. It tastes really processed and fake. Maybe I'm just nostalgic for them. Maybe it's just.
Oh. No, I hate these.
All right, I think we got to do separate scores actually, because I'm gonna give these a different score.
Ugh, that's a 3. You're nuts. That's the worst. I hate Chips Ahoy. I'm giving. Okay, so that was a 6. Right, I would give this a 7. I think this is a damn good cookie.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna flip flop with you. I'm gonna give them a 4. I'm not a fan of the flavor. I like the texture, but the flavor just tastes like, something trying to be a cookie to me.
I like trying.
This is why we do what we do. This is journalism. MadeGood.
Soft bake mini cookies.
These look like they're not
weird.
baked. They don't look like they were in an oven.
They look like, they kind of look like mistakes.
Kind of like the extra toasty Cheez-Its where like, should we throw these away? No, people will probably buy them.
Yeah, what a unflattering aesthetic texture.
Yeah, it's, what to liken these two? This looks more like bird food to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's so soft.
Oh. Oh, God. It's like bread, sort of.
It's like a Cliff Bar that's been opened and left in the sun. I know that I'm the reason that we have stuff like this, but at what point do we put our foot down and say, this is not a cookie? This is your own thing, and good for you for trying to invent a new food. The little images flying out of this, I've never wanted to see a mushroom come out of my cookie.
Oh, yeah, what's up with the carrots and the
Carrots,
tomatoes?
broccoli. The mushroom, for whatever reason, is the one that's really throwing me off.
Yeah, it does look like it is springing forth from the cookie.
And it also kind of looks like it's tootin'.
Doesn't say it doesn't contain mustard. It's very well could contain mustard.
Be careful. I would be hard pressed to imagine you have a worse cookie today.
This hardly qualifies as a cookie. It's like those bars before, but it's worse. Vegetable extra, dude. Vegetable extracts, spinach, broccoli, carrots, tomatoes, beets, mushrooms. There are vegetables in these cookies. Why? Again, like you said, they're already everything free. Why are they also putting vegetables in there?
Yeah, that's a 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna fully concur with you on that. Those are a 1.
I want to say it's on the record. MadeGood, I've made a lot of videos, like so many, and if you want to make a video talking about all the ones that I've made, that is fair, and I'll join you.
And now, Simple Mills.
This is what almond flour cookies. This is gonna be that. See, I think what I'm just learning is I don't like packaged cookies. I don't know why you invited me here.
I don't know how you found out where I live. What does that taste like? It tastes like a Cocoa Puffs.
It has almost a burned chocolate aftertaste.
Yeah.
That is, I think, Cocoa Puff cereal.
Yeah, it's very cereal-like.
Well, it actually is sort of close to Cookie Crisp, the cereal.
Cookie Crisp is bull.
I hate Cookie Crisp.
It's nonsense.
I was so pissed as a kid. You see a commercial with a dog stealing cookies.
He's obsessed with these
and you're
cookies.
saying, this dog thinks that these are the best cookies ever, and I get to eat that for breakfast, and you get it, and it's hollow puff bull.
It's like corn puffs too, or something nonsense. It's ridiculous, right?
It tastes like cookies went through Google Translate 10 times. It is not a cookie. Oh, it's so crushing. That was my first betrayal. This is
Simple
bad.
Mills, yeah, it's bad.
I'll go with a 3. It didn't revolt me, but I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I don't think that these are, my body isn't rejecting these when I put it inside of it.
My body's rejected a lot. This I could eat, I just wouldn't.
That's a 3 to me. That's what sounds like a definition of a 3.
It's kind of nice also to have a cookie that you're like, oh, actually, I'm fine. I don't need a cookie right now. It's nice to have a cookie that you go, like, if you're struggling to quit sweets, get some of these in your house.
Yeah,
You're
just
gonna look at it and you're gonna want a cookie, and then you're gonna eat the cookie and you're gonna say, maybe grapes.
Now for I'm guessing it's gonna be the worst cookie of the day.
Really, why?
It is 440 calories, this cookie. And you only get 16 grams of protein for a protein cookie. And it makes you shit yourself. It's all over the map.
I'm a big fan of the little vegan treat. I'm always looking for a little vegan treat. These are in the store and they're both too big, too expensive, and also like, I'm not eating a cookie because I want a protein load.
Yeah.
I know what I'm here for. It's because I'm a naughty little boy who wants some sugar. But yeah, I mean, let's ourselves. These, I mean, they've done really well for themselves. This cookie's everywhere.
You know, hats off. Yeah, as a business, you guys really figured out how to monopolize gas stations.
This is a big cookie. It's slimy.
Oh yeah, there's a wetness to it.
That's kind of fun.
Ugh, it's so soft. I mean, it's a protein cookie. It's really not fair to measure these against other cookies, but you went and called it a cookie, so your fault.
Catch me pumping iron and eating a cookie at the gym.
This versus a protein bar? I'd rather have this than a Cliff Bar.
I think that's the barometer to measure it on, and I think I'm on your side here. You know, road trip, you want a little treat, but also you realize that you're not gonna have any real food today, so you should get some protein in you. I think this is a true neutral cookie, but
It's the Switzerland of cookies.
I'll give it a 5. I think that its health benefits push it over, but then the fact that it's not satisfying me as a cookie brings it back down. Like, if I'm craving cookies, this is not hitting the spot.
Yeah. As a food product, I would give it a 3, but then with its benefits and its protein and all that, I'll meet you at a 5 for sure.
What even is a cookie? I'm losing.
You know they used to be called jumbles?
What?
Yeah.
Jumbles?
Jumbles. Isn't that way better?
I love that. I know that I'm in the vegan section, but can you just give me like a good cookie so that I know what way is up?
Yeah, let's get a...
I'm losing my mind. I don't know what a cookie is anymore.
Let's do Tate's. This, for our viewers at home, this is not vegan.
No.
This has dairy and other in it.
I requested this. To me, like, this is the only crispy cookie that I accept.
Oh yeah.
I do also think that prepackaged cookies is a harder thing. Like, we're judging this against the homemade cookies. Those are very easy to make. So I do think that if you're a prepackaged cookie, you have to deliver something different. So the soft bake are like, what are we doing? You're just trying to emulate the just got out of the oven feel. Yeah. So at least this is its own thing.
Yeah, it's not bullshitting us with some made up texture.
Yeah, no, I'm ripped.
It's so
okay,
addictive.
I remember what a cookie is now.
Been normalized. Mm-hmm. All right.
And this has, you know, you can really taste the butter.
Yeah.
You can really taste the chocolate. Like, each of the individual notes sing through. I was in the shower once and my dog ate an entire pack of these.
No.
And I was freaking out. Chocolate, bad for dogs. And I was on the phone with Tate's for a long time to try and find out the actual amount of real chocolate in the cookie. To see, you know, do some math to see if my doggo was gonna die. They could not legally tell me the amount of chocolate, but the lady was like, "You're fine. You're gonna be okay." I'm not recommending you feed it to your dog, but he barely had a weird poop the next day. It was like nothing happened.
That's an incredible way to find out how little chocolate is in Tate's.
Mm-hmm. So a 10 out of 10 is home-baked cookies.
I would say 10 out of 10 blows your mind to the point where you did not know that packaged cookies could be so good.
So this to me is probably a 9. This to me is the gold standard of prepackaged cookie. This is good right here.
9 and dine. Back to nature.
There's a reason I normally let Keith do these videos on our channel. It's hard to take so many bites of stuff.
Chocolate taste.
I shouldn't have eaten the taste, man.
Funny.
Now I know what it could be.
Now I only see potential. Oh, so dry.
The cookie is bad. Chocolate good, cookie bad.
And it tastes super burnt. And you can see, like, that's burnt. And the texture's terrible. It's so dry.
I think that the vegan world does itself a disservice by trying to take the same name. I don't know if you ever had vegan cheese.
Oh yeah.
Don't call it cheese.
Yeah.
Just call it Jubles. I don't know, you know, like, come up with a different word and then I'll be like, oh, that's a pretty good Jubal. I've never had that before.
Can I have a Soiger with Jubles?
But if you call it cheese, I go, no, this is an abomination.
Yeah.
Is this worse than the baby cookies?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd much rather eat the baby cookies than this.
And the baby cookies are at least trying to fool us.
Yeah.
They have a purpose.
These don't have vegetables in them, I don't think. I do like this, where it says so much good stuff you can see it. It's pointing to this really nothing blob. Just like this little brown chunk.
I'm trying to keep in mind that it's easier to destroy than it is to build. You know, we can sit here on our iron thrones and critique all we want. I want to find the good in the world. This is a bad cookie.
Yeah, even after that rousing speech, I'm gonna give it a 1. I really don't like it.
It's the last one.
Thank God. Grain-free cookies with a hint of Mexican vanilla.
Ooh.
Siete. They talk about this reminding them of a warm plate of cookies, so I would like to do the microwave test here.
What's happening? What's the deal in there? Oh my God, no.
What is that? It does smell buttery.
That it does. Huh.
You know what's interesting is that this has almost no flavor until the aftertaste, and the aftertaste is quite nice. I do taste the Mexican chocolate. When the cookie's over, I go, yeah, that was a good time. And then I go back to bite it, and I go, where are you, cookie?
Yeah, no, I mean, I like it. They're rich. They have kind of like a buttery flavor to them. It does hit late, but it does hit.
I asked you to microwave this, but I don't know how you could.
By doing it, they smell good. That smells like a chocolate chip cookie. What the?
I think it's nice.
That is nice.
Siete.
They got a little soft. That's crazy.
They got a little soft. Somehow the microwave also brought the flavor more forward.
It hits faster.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. I like these very much. I'm willing to go as far as a 6 or a 7 on this.
I'll meet you. I'll meet you at a 6.
6.
I'll meet you at a 6.
That's not me crazy.
All right, that's all of our dairy-free options. Zach, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And back to milky, buttery. That's why we got the roller chairs. These are dipped in chocolate, for God's sake. They do look turdy, little poopy. See, that looks like a cardboard cutout of a poop. I am gonna try it. Sans milk first. I like it. It's kind of like they were like, biscotti, too exotic for you. Well, here's cookies in kind of like biscotti form. But the flavor's not great. Very, very processed tasting. They taste like a worse Chips Ahoy, and a little regrettable in terms of like content. They have some chocolate chips on top, and they're dipped in chocolate. What am I complaining about? What do I know? I'd eat more of this. They're 6. These are a solid 6. Way more chocolate chips cookies. I mean, there's a lot of chocolate chips in these, it would appear. I don't know how to feel about these. I can't decide if the flavor's better or worse than the Dippers. Dunkers, they taste so fake. They taste so not real that they don't beget the next cookie. They're so small and snackable. I just wish that they were more tempting. So that gets you a 5. Dress circle. The hell does that mean? It sounds like it's supposed to be fancy. Like you're having like you're debuting your daughter at one of those weird Southern balls, and they're gonna be like, okay, we need a classy, snacky dessert. Not at my daughter's unveiling or whatever. What do you guys do down there? It's weird. Trader Joe's crispy, crunchy chocolate chip cookies. Regrettably tiny, embarrassingly pale. Oh, come on. Oh, what the fiery The size of this. This was a mistake, though. It was an industrial accident. Somebody died when this happened. They lost a good man that day because there are no other cookies like that. Oh, no, wait, there's a couple just freaks in here, just thrown in here. It just goes to show the amount of like quality control and like care that's being put into these cookies. I don't even want to try this big one. Here, I'll start with a little one just to be objective. Painfully boring. Let's see if the Cronenberg one is any better. Nope, more of the same. It's like if you took all the cookie dough out of ice cream and baked it. Clearly they don't care about what they're doing and they don't value their employees' lives, whoever fell into the vat that day. Rest in peace. That aside, these are terrible cookies and they're not like bad to the point where they're revolting, but they're also not any good. So I'm gonna have to give them a 3. 3. President's Choice. La Choix du Président. Made with real butter and chocolate chips since 1988. Before that, they were using fake butter, fake chocolate chips. Positively messy looking, horrible, terrible. Look at this. Look at this Oh, the humanity. Oh, is this what passes for chocolate chip cookies in Canada? If so, I don't want to go there. They're really tasty. The chocolate tastes like a little dark maybe, like it just tastes super real, you know? They're so delightfully delicate, light and airy, and they taste good. But they look like hell in a handbasket. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. We had to have these overnighted from Alberta, presumably Toronto. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and give them a 7. They're really quite good. I can see why the president chose these. Walkers, these are chocolate chip shortbread. They do look, I love shortbread cookies. So if these are halfway decent shortbread, you're already A-okay in my book of things that are A-okay or not. There's something just so processed tasting about it. They're nice and short and crumbly. I don't think the chocolate chips are adding anything. Like I couldn't even taste them in that bite. Mostly just taste like butter shortbread. These aren't bad. They're just not very good. I think these are a 5. I think these are just solid 5. Cuoricini by Barilla. These are cookies made by a pasta company. They are heart-shaped indeed. Probably like the crispiest, shortest cookie of the day. As my teeth go through it, it's just like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I just had a bite that was just the chocolate chip. I couldn't even taste it. They're very, very bland. I like the texture, it's different, but they're terribly bland. I don't like them, they're a 4, so don't go breaking my heart, Barilla. Famous Amos, ew, why is it wet? What do you mean you don't know? Why is it wet? Look, there's droplets. Okay, Famous Amos, famously Amos. Palm oil, palm oil, palm oil. Dried whole eggs, no butter, no surprise. I think I've only ever eaten these in situations where I'm desperate because there's nothing better in the vending machine. Oh my God, it tastes so processed. This is the most fakest tasting cookie of the day. The texture is not bad. Like I don't mind it. It's very short and crumbly. The chocolate flavor's apparent. It's not bad. But just objectively, it's just bad. Best eaten out of desperation, which gets you a 3. Pillsbury soft baked cookies. If you can't be bothered to buy their break and bake cookie dough and throw that in the oven for 5 minutes, here's your next best option. We have mini soft baked cookies with the fat little pudgy white boy himself. That's the color of his skin. That's presumably his skin. Right? I mean, that's his skin.
He's naked then?
Woohoo! He would slit your throat with a dull knife. Give it just for fun, because that's how much he cares about you. Those dead eyes, those dead blue eyes. It was the result of a horrible accident, which, by the way, chocolate chip cookies invented on accident by some lady whose name I can't remember at the Toll House Inn. And she was trying to make chocolate cookies, and she added the chocolate before it was fully melted, so there were chunks of chocolate in there. She baked it anyway, because she was like, this. And out came chocolate chip cookies. And the rest, as they say, is chipstery. Nah. Nope. Nah. Nope. These are terrible. Worse flavor than Amos. Worse texture than Chips Ahoy Chewy. These are bad in every respect. I'm gonna give them a 2 for not tasting like straight up poison. Steve and Andy's, what is going on here? We finally made it, bro. These are my and Steve's cookies. We're working with cameraman Steve today, by the way, just so you understand what I'm talking about.
I got my name first.
We'll see about that. What the heck? These cookies come in packs of 2. Look at the amount of plastic that's being wasted. They appear to be hardish. Yeah, they're crispy. Quite crispy. If you guys hear some sizzling, it's because we're in an active kitchen. Alvin's shooting downstairs. They're like a much worse Tate's. They're a little thicker than Tate's. They have the same kind of like short crumble, and I feel like they're designed to taste buttery, but that's not what I'm getting. Butter. But I don't care, that's not what I'm getting. It's crazy to me that they're in packs of 2, and no less, serving size is 1 cookie. First off, what serving size of any cookie ever, except for maybe a La Venne cookie, is 1 cookie? Second off, why you got them in packs of 2, genius? Steve and Andy's. I had much higher hope for us, bro. Ah, they're not that bad. They're 4. They're 4. Cookie Thins, Thinsters. And now I really want them to have slightly thicker ones called Thicksters. Oh yeah, no, so you might notice that there's a C, which is short for charged. I don't know. Where we bought these, they were like, we need to verify that you paid for these. That's the state of the world we're living in now, folks. All right, those are small and thin, but are they stirs? Pretty whatever. Hey there, cookie lover, snack hacker, flavor seeker. These crispy, crunchy cookies pack a delicious punch that boosts your mood. I don't know if they can say that if they're not a doctor. You've never seen cookies like these before. These are small. These aren't very good. They're utterly forgettable. It's like they're toned down Chips Ahoy, smaller, and claiming to innovate. Stolen valor. Save your crumbs for an ice cream topper. It's not a bad idea, but are you about to discard that bag? Well, wait a tick. Have you got any crumbs down in the bottom? Well, I wholeheartedly endorse you're saving those crumbs for repurposing as an ice cream topper. They're not bad, they're just not good. What does that mean? 4? 4. I think there are 4. Milk Bar. When the did Snoopy get in bed with Milk Bar? What's going on? Peanuts, not even just Snoopy, they got the whole gang. Snoopy can do tricks. Eating cookies is not a trick. Lucy. It's wrong, Lucy. Wrong, Lucy. But you get what I'm saying. Like, Snoopy can do tricks. Eating cookies is not a trick. He's a dog. These are chocolate chip cookies, supposedly. He's a dog. Why are they suggesting that this dog should be eating these? This is dangerous. So these are brown butter chocolate chip cookies. They do look woefully low on chocolate chips. Texture is a shame. They're really light and airy. Can you see that? They're full of air. And they're really crunchy, so they just sort of crumble down into nothing in your mouth, which is fine, but it's just like, I don't know, this doesn't remind me of a cookie. That being said, the flavor is awesome. Like, I can taste the brown butter. You can't taste chocolate. It's just a nice kind of tasting little cookie, which is good. But as chocolate chip cookies, I'd call these a failure. I do like them. I think that gets you a 6. I think we got a 6. Vortman Bakery, the same Vortman Bakery we all grew up with in our house. Ugh. These look too perfect. I don't like that. They're perfect circles. You can see a little divot from like the machine that excreted the cookie dough onto the thing. Yeah, all of these have a little divot right in the center. I don't know, it's kind of off-putting. I'm not crazy about that. Because it looks distinctly like a navel. Like that looks like a human belly button. And they're all different too, just like the human belly button. No two are alike. They're like a fingerprint. In fact, that's how they solved the Lindbergh baby came back. It's a belly button print. That is awful. The chocolate chips, if I'm not mistook, are nothing short of chewy. They're chewy. I've never felt anything like that in my life. You ever had chewy chocolate? I have just now. And I'm worse for it. What are these made of? Is this like 0 sugar? That's why they suck. The flavor of the cookie tastes super fake, super processed. And the chocolate chips not only don't taste like chocolate, they are, I you not, as chewy as a raisin. These are terrible. I so appreciate that they don't have any sugar. They're hardly chocolate chip cookies. I think that's a 1. They taste awful. Ah, luxury, essence, I don't know. Those are not nearly as good as I remember them. I mean, they're not bad, they're just not very good. Yeah, no butter, vegetable oil. That is just the death knell of commercially prepared cookies, it would seem, at least in my book. The only good thing about them is the dark chocolate. Because of the dark chocolate, I'll give them a 4. Montauk. Why are they all named after rich coastal towns? Come on. I don't even want them. I don't want them. God, this is embarrassing, emasculating. Oh. Oh boy. That's not that's not what you want to see when you wake up in the morning. What the is going on here? There's shit growing out of the chocolate. Look at that. What is happening? Are these expired? It's got to be mold, right? No, it's rock hard. It's rock hard, Steve. Steve, the cilia is rock hard. They're like calcium deposits, like kidney stones or something. A little bit of quality control. Okay, much better. And there's no funky white growing out of the chocolate. Look at that. I almost died. Oh man, what a travesty. Is it on all of them? It's on all of them. I got a lemon here. Okay, well thank goodness we had 2 of these. Okay, now those are chewy, which I like. That flavor is awful. And now with the milk chocolate, definitely improved texture, 100%. I think we had a trade-off here. The dark chocolate left and the texture improved, so same score, 4. Welcome to Farmhouse, where we bake cookies with familiar ingredients, riboflavin, thiamine mononitrite. Actually, these are pretty familiar. Saltier, that's nice. Definitely have a more pleasant flavor. They have nice saltiness to them. I like these better than the other 2 Pepperidge Farm ones, so probably 6 on these. Favorite day. We have some Chewy, soft baked cookies with a decent chip count. Not chewy at all, just soft. Ugh. Oh, these taste like straight up rancid. They're awful. They're terrible, and I hate them. And they get a 1. Great value. So Walmart's brand of chippers. Oh, almost equally awful to whatever the favorite day ones. These ones don't taste like rancid. They just taste burnt. They taste overbaked. They look kind of burnt. Like if I made these cookies, I'd be like, I overbaked those. I shouldn't sell them, should I? They taste massively overbaked. The chocolate flavor is non-existent. I think that gets them a 2. So this is from the makers of those energy bars that you really only ever see at the gas station, Quest. And it looks an awful lot like a protein cookie, or I don't know, like a wax cookie that you see. This looks a lot like a just plastic cookie that you put in a house that you're staging. It looks like an artist's rendition of a cookie. Okay. The texture's not bad. Strangely enough, it's like a big soft cookie. The flavor is atrocious though. I'm gonna give it 1 point for texture. Otherwise it'd be a 1, this is a 2. Horrible thing to have to eat. $3.65. Really, barely a food. These really taste reprehensible. They almost taste artificially sweetened even though I know they're not. They have that kind of odd bitterness about them, but they also just only taste like hydrogenated oil and barely like chocolate, just a tiny little bit. I'll give them a 3. The shapes on this are hilarious. It's just like buffalo, I guess, or there's a lion. I don't know. This is an elephant. This lump it's an elephant. Okay, I can see that now. It's a camel. I can see the camel. Now I can't. It's really funny how shapes and ideas really mess with your perception. Think of these as animal crackers, let's be honest. They're better than animal crackers, and I like animal crackers. But now I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's a chocolate chip cookie, and I'm like, ugh. But now I'm like an animal cracker, like, Just goes to show you that we are nothing but a bundle of stories that we tell ourselves. So let's take away classifications, let's take away labels, okay? I'm gonna have a situationship with these cookies, okay? We don't have to put labels on things. They're still not very good. They're not very good. I don't like them that much. As chocolate chip cookies, these are a mistake. As snacks, they're pretty okay. I'd keep eating them, so I'll give them 5. I'll give them 5. Keebler. Oh God, he's 3D. Oh, why do they? Look at how they massacred my boy. I hate that. So creepy. Okay, Keebler Chips Deluxe Fudgy. Oh God, I'm so sick of cookies. Stunningly low on flavor. Let's make sure I'm not going insane. Ah, it tastes so much better. Yeah, these taste really like nothing. Don't want to eat any more. I mean, not just because I'm super sick of cookies, but because they don't beget the next bite. And you think with these elves who like dedicated their lives, this is all they do. Great shame upon the treehouse that they cook these in. Yeah, nasty. Yeah, that's a 3. Chips Deluxe Soft Batch. They look like they came out of an Easy Bake Oven. These are Easy Bake cookies. Not even that soft. What does that taste like? Hemoglobin? Like, just such a bizarre flavor. I can't place it, it's familiar. Oh man, that's terrible. And they're soft, and they're not like pleasantly like, soft. They're just like, here you go, they're soft. Yeah, 1. Dislike every aspect of them. There we go, folks, my top 2 cookies. President's Choice. That's so much fun to say. President's Choice, decadent. What kind of cookies do you want? I like what the president's having. And Tate's. Kind of no surprise there. These are one of the more craveable cookies that I've ever come across. What did we learn? To get good manufactured cookies, you need to spend a lot of money or you need to go to Canada. These are your 2 options. Take them or leave them. No, I mean, Chips Ahoy, these still got, what, 6? I mean, these are still good. You know, I'd eat these all day, even though there are 6. I just had to be honest about the fact that they don't taste like they taste super fake and processed and manufactured. These taste like homemade practically, and these taste manufactured, but really rich and chocolatey and just really good, even though they were crumbled to shit. So these are just my opinions on cookies. As we saw with Zach here, my opinion can clash violently with others. He and I came to blows. What does that mean? That means that these aren't my do or die, these are the scores, these are what these deserve, this is what I think of them. I want to hear what you think about them, and I want to hear what you want to see me rank next. So please comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and for God's sake, go out and eat a cookie.